Oh my gosh. Wow. I'm here. Moa's here.
We haven't done the intro yet.
We're both
We
here.
gotta do the intro.
Gotham's there.
Gotham is there. They can't see him in the camera though.
Warzone is somewhere.
Over there.
What's up? I'm just talking.
That's not how we do it.
I'm gonna smoke now.
Go ahead. Is that how you do it?
You're not ready. Beginner's luck. What are you gonna do?
Hey, it's Talk to Me Nice. I'm Moa and this is Cairo.
Hey, remember us?
It's been a minute.
Yeah.
We're gonna do that thing where we give you a minute to go pack a bowl because we're smoking, so you should be too. So go ahead and do that.
Yalla. Hurry up.
We'll
We'll wait.
How long do you think they're gonna take? A while.
Probably 15 to an hour.
Should we get on Warzone real quick?
Let's do it. Just run one quick game.
All right, we'll be right back.
Okay.
You guys will also be right back. Just pause it right here. All right, so real quick, let's talk about what we're smoking.
This is nice. This is a very nice setup. I call this a Game of Thrones setup. I don't know why.
Is it like the Lannister vibes?
It's
The red with the gold?
It's Cairo Lannister. It's the Cairo Lannister setup, and I think, wow, that just sounds powerful.
Is that what we're gonna call it though?
The Cairo Lannister?
The Cairo Lannister.
Yikes.
So what am I, like Moa Stark? See what I did there? I got long claw right here.
Oh my God. Can I get up top?
Hey, man.
Just up top.
We
Thanks.
did that. Okay,
Oh
cool,
my
cool,
God.
cool. I'm using the Vyro Spectre. I'm using an Olla Ade for the bowl. We got an apple on top, 2 coconut cubes. These are the orange. And I'm smoking Must Have. And Cairo is using the Nayb. These are actually made in Brazil. There's an Olla Ade up top, same bowl, but in black and yellow because it matched, you know, the yellow gold theme here for your Lannister vibe. You're also smoking Must Have. We got 2 orange coconut cubes and an apple on top Provost. So that's the setup.
And it's delicious, as always. I mean, I'm
We
so
didn't tell them the
privileged.
flavor, but it's fine.
So for those of you at home who've been watching, before every show, I like to challenge Moa. He swears up and down there's not a flavor out there that he cannot create, and I beg to differ. So today, I came up with the craziest. I guarantee you guys that there's not a person on this planet that is smoking what Moa is smoking right now. And it's all by my design, and I'm so proud of myself, okay? I'm so very proud. So guys, I challenged him. He was talking so much about this cranberry flavor from Must Have. So I'm like, okay, what's a good cranberry mix? Have you ever smoked cranberry Sprite?
I have them smoking it right now.
Yeah, you're welcome. Thanks.
I'm pretty proud of it. I'm pretty proud of it. It's good.
I did it.
I mean, I did it. You just
It was
said
my
cranberry
idea.
Sprite.
And then my technicality, know-how, and knowledge.
You literally went in and said cranberry Sprite.
Okay, trademark it. Thanks. Moving right along. You're welcome. That's what I'm here for. How does it taste?
Great.
Oh man.
It tastes like cranberry Sprite.
Well, you know.
You get the cranberry, you get the Sprite. It's cold. It's nice.
It's nice.
And you're over here smoking. Cairo loves mango flavors. So he said, I want mango, but I want it to be like different. So it's mango, but you know, there's like some orange in there, some strawberry in there, some lychee in there, and some like creaminess to it. So we'll leave it at that.
That's it.
Yeah, it's good, right?
Delicious. It's like a fruit smoothie, primarily mango, and it's and I'm loving it, as usual.
All right, McDonald's. All right, so
Cool. Glad to be here. Glad to be back. Feels good.
hey man, it feels like it was yesterday. We're gonna talk about football versus football. If I understand correctly, you like football?
And as I understand it, you also like football.
I
But
love football.
not the football that I'm talking about. The football, not the football.
It's football.
The football is different.
Football. For some reason, there's a Swedish IKEA accent to it.
There's a U there for some odd reason. That's not English.
Oh, you're going with the Spanish pronunciation of football.
Well, okay. Now I'm confused.
You like football where like they throw the ball and they catch it with their hands and then they're running down and then they take 25 minutes to figure out what they're going to do next.
God bless America. Yes, I do.
I like the football where it's like, hey, we're going to play for 45 minutes plus extra time, any time that was wasted because we're going to make up for that. Then we're going to go to a quick 12 to 15 minute break. And I always time it wrong because I try to go like light coals real quick and I'll like go make a snack or something. Then I come back and I miss like the first 5 minutes of the second half. And then it's another 45 minutes plus extra time because, you know, they be slacking, they be faking, like, oh, my leg hurts. And then it's like 90 minutes unless they're tied and it's like a competition where they have to go to penalty kicks or like extra time. There's a lot of rules, but for the most part, like, my way is like an hour 45 minutes. His way is like 6 hours. Is that how long a game lasts?
So you spent 5 minutes explaining what football is, but my game is longer. Okay, guys, listen. All right, I'm from the era where you prove that you're better than the next guy by smashing him in the mouth. Okay?
Yeah, we do that too, but we don't wear pads.
No. Football is designed for guys with great hair. Okay.
You're talking about my football.
Yes, football is designed for guys with great hair,
luscious hair,
who like to fall down on the ground and cry.
They cover it up with a helmet, and then they have to have all these pads on, and then they bump into each other. Like, what is that?
Regardless of what you guys like at home, it's a wonderful time.
And then you got 2 different sets of teams, 3 different sets of teams. You got offense, you got defense, you got special teams. Y'all can't be on the field at the same time. It's your defense versus their offense, or your offense versus their defense, or your special teams. And then there's a guy that kicks the ball, and it's like, oh, that's why they call it football.
Yeah.
Bro, there's one play that it makes sense to call it football.
Listen, man. It's not my place to argue or wonder
literally
why.
What we're doing here.
Wonder why we call it football. America said this is football, and guess what? That's what I'm calling it.
And the rest of the world calls football football.
These colors don't run.
I don't know what that means. It sounded good.
It sounds phenomenal.
Sounds great. I have no idea
phenomenal.
What that means. So are they washing it on cold?
Listen. Regardless of what you're watching right now, you're watching something. This is a wonderful time of year. You have both American football as well as the Premier League starting relatively right around the same time.
Not even just the Premier League, the Bundesliga, La Liga. There's the World Cup is this year. You got like all of these like other tournaments going on at the same time. Yeah. The world's best players on display all the time. And then there's one country that just plays in one league.
But everybody
y'all ever play
watches
leagues
it.
from other countries?
Everybody watches it.
Y'all got a Champions League?
We don't need one. It's called the Super Bowl.
Okay. How many teams are in the NFL?
Doesn't matter. It's the Super Bowl. Is there a Super Champions League?
The Champions League is the Super League.
But it's not the Super Bowl.
Well, actually, I shouldn't call it Super League because they tried to do Super League. And
Super League sucked.
Yeah, it was a terrible idea.
Yeah.
It was a great idea, but it was like a money grab idea, and we didn't like it. So we were like, nah, we don't want that.
So obviously, I do watch soccer. Okay,
and obviously, I don't watch football, like football.
So there's a big difference here, right? So I'm a big-time Jets fan. Unfortunately, been a Jets fan for 20 years or so. We moved around a lot, so don't ask me why. Oh, you're from Northern Virginia, but you like the Jets. I like pain. Okay.
And I'm a big fan of commercials and the halftime show, so I watch the Super Bowl. But that's the only reason I watch the Super Bowl. Also, the food's usually good wherever I go. Yo, shout out to you. I was at your house for the Super Bowl last year.
It was awesome.
Yeah.
But I think the main difference is the understanding of the game. Okay. Football could be in American eyes, can be a much more fast-paced flow. Whereas if you're looking at it from the lens...
For the sake of this conversation, we should call yours American football, and we should call mine... We'll just call it soccer, just so it's easier for people to understand.
That's fine.
Follow along.
So American football is a much more fast-paced flow to the game, right? So if you're looking at soccer from the American lens, it's just a lot of back and forth with not a lot of scores, usually, right? Whereas we're used to points on the board in increments of 7, okay? 6. And so you're 6 plus that field goal. Come on.
What if they go for the 2 points? My bad. You're the champion of American football. I'm sorry. Go ahead.
6 or 7 points.
Or 3 if they're... Okay, go ahead.
So, you know a lot. Now you know football?
I know football.
Now you know football. I was watching commercials?
I live in this country. Okay. I understand football.
Right. I watch soccer a lot. I grew up watching soccer. And I can name the greats. But, you know, there's something about a game on the line in either sport that just grabs all of our attention. And that's why we love the game.
I agree with that.
There you go.
Where I disagree, though,
I knew it was coming,
is the excitement part. It's not like pass, and yours is more exciting. It's more so yours is like, we're on the field, hike the ball, and then it's like action. And then there's a play, and then it's over. And then it's like, okay, I got excited now.
But there's another play coming.
Whereas mine is like, it's all the time. It's nonstop for 45 minutes at least at a time. I get the whole like American way of thinking of, oh, it's pass is boring. The Simpsons did a whole episode on it, like, oh, this is, oh man, I can't wait to watch this. And they got there and they're like, pass. But they're building up to something. The whole time they have the ball, something is happening. Anyways, talk to me about your best moments.
Best moments. I mean, I just last weekend, I can't believe I even witnessed that the Jets came back and did something that no team has done within the last 20 years or so, and that's won a game in the final, I think, minute, with scoring 2 touchdowns and an onside kick. That is, I mean, statistically, numerically, I think there was less than a 0.5% chance of that actually happening and working. So it was great to see.
You know the other fun fact about that?
What?
That was the first time in the history of New York professional sports that the Jets, the Giants, the Yankees, and the Mets all won.
Mm-hmm. But it is a good time for New York sports. So that was a great moment. There's plenty of iconic moments. A lot of them have to do with the Jets. For me, you know, it could be Santana Moss running back a touchdown against San Diego way back in the day.
I do love Santana Moss.
I met him, by the way. He's a cool dude. He said Santana Moss said he is more of a Redskin than a Jet, by the way.
I met him when he played for the Redskins.
Yeah.
That's crazy.
Yeah,
I met him at Tyson's.
He's a cool dude.
He's a real nice dude.
Yeah. What about you? What's your most or the best moment in sports?
That's tough, man. There's so many. This season, I'm a diehard Liverpool fan. You guys know this. We've been terrible this year. Just all around terrible. We've had our moments. Like, we had a 9-0 win against Bournemouth that was, like, amazing. And
Salah didn't score.
They broke.
I'm still mad about that. Salah didn't score.
Why are you ruining my moments?
I'm sorry.
9-0. This dude, Haaland.
Haaland is
Manchester
on a tear.
City picked him up, and they were like, oh, it's going to take him a year or two to adjust to the pace of the Premier League. But this dude has been on fire, and he's on pace to smash Salah's record for goals scored in one season.
Not even beat, just annihilate.
Smash.
Yeah.
Yeah, he's unreal. Besides that, if you want excitement, go on YouTube. You're on YouTube. Don't leave this video, but like after this video, like go up to the search bar at the top, type in Zlatan Ibrahimovic highlights.
Oh man.
The Lion is a monster. He's a different breed. And there's a clip that's like, I don't know, 10 minutes long of just all of his best moments. Forget that. Look up his first goal when he came to MLS playing for LA Galaxy. His very first goal.
That was crazy.
He checked into the game. He's like, all right, they called my number, I'm in. His first touch was from a little ahead of half of the field or half of the pitch.
Yeah.
And he just kicked it, and it went in. It was while he took his shirt off.
Yeah.
And he was just running around, and it was insane. Watch that.
All right, and after you're done looking up Ibrahimovic, since we want to say Cairo doesn't watch soccer, I want you to look up my guy, my favorite player of all time, Zizou, a.k.a. El Maestro. You talk about the Lion. I'm going to talk about El Maestro. The headers.
The headbutt? Oh.
Not the headbutt.
Oh, okay.
Okay? Nobody,
I do like
opinion,
the headbutt, though.
No, the headbutt is goes down in infamy, right?
It's one of my favorite players, so I'm not mad at that.
Yeah, Zizou's the man, dude.
Salah was the man. He's still the man.
Salah is... Don't get me started on Salah.
We still love Salah. Anyways, moving on to the next one. We're on the next topic, actually. So let's talk about what got you through the pandemic.
What got me through the pandemic was my family, my homies, and my gaming.
Oh, you game?
Oh, just a little bit, bit. I might throw a couple clips on YouTube every now and then. You might want to go check Cairo ICU on YouTube. You can make sure you like, comment, and subscribe. The link
link's in
is
the description.
You can't just superimpose.
How are they going to click on a video?
Just
to go
put
to
it right
video?
there.
No.
Maybe.
It's in the description.
Dancing
His link
Dom-
is in the description.
Okay.
Make sure you check that out. He has some really dope highlights. So gaming got you through the pandemic?
Absolutely. I mean, gaming got you. It got us both through that. You were right there. Why are you acting surprised?
Yeah.
You were there every step of the way.
Yeah, that's true. Gaming definitely got me through the pandemic. Gaming was one of the major things that got me through the pandemic. And to me, it was like Verdansk was home.
Yeah.
Like Call of Duty Warzone, the map is called Verdansk. And it was, I mean, nothing's like Verdansk. I can't describe it. I used to joke to people, oh, I'm summering in Verdansk because there's really nowhere you could go. And Verdansk was incredible. And every night, every day really, like work's over, there's nothing to do. You can't go to the gym. You can't go hang out somewhere. You can't go to a Shisha lounge. You can't do any of that. So you drop into Verdansk. And my first dub ever actually was with this guy right here. I was running around the map, had no idea what was going on. I literally had no idea how to play the game, because prior to that, I had only played multiplayer on Call of Duty, and it was foreign to me. And all of a sudden, I hear a chopper coming, and I'm talking to him like, bro, there's a helicopter above me, I think. He's like, yeah, it's me. I'm pulling up. Get in. And I was running for my life at the point, because I heard gunshots. I was like, I don't know where to go. And he landed the helicopter right next to me. I'll never forget this moment. I jumped into the helicopter, and then we took off. He saved me from danger. And then we got our first dub, and it was crazy. That moment will forever be like in my mind as one of the highlights of the pandemic.
It was a time where you couldn't go outside. It was a time where you couldn't do your daily activities. So this was our way of, you know, playing outside, if you will.
Yeah.
You know, you couldn't see your homies. You can just be social. So what do? You get online with your boys, and you talk shit. You have fun, you laugh, you be crazy, you act like little kids, and nobody's the wiser because you didn't even leave the comfort of your own home or break any rules back then, right? Because, you know, we couldn't go anywhere. I think it was cool because everybody's schedule was thrown off, right? Like 2 in the morning, 3 in the morning, we're up.
Oh, I mean, it's still like that.
It's still like that, but you didn't have a work to clock into the next day.
I still worked during the pandemic.
I didn't.
Oh, I did.
Yeah.
They were like, oh, it's going to be remote. I was like, all right, bet. That's perfect. I love that. My commute went from an hour and some change to, 3 minutes. Got out of bed, brushed my teeth, made some coffee real quick, and came downstairs.
It was a wonderful distraction from, the craziness outside. And it was just a great time to be with your friends. And I don't think
what a time.
You can recreate that even if you tried.
Yep. Hopefully.
Yeah.
I hope that's once in a lifetime. I don't want to recreate that.
No, I don't want to recreate the conditions that caused that. Absolutely not. But like, I wouldn't mind just, well, we do it anyways. Just hang with the guys. You know what I mean?
Yeah, it's the same thing. You just didn't have to leave your house.
You just didn't have to leave your house. So, I don't know. What about you guys at home? What got you through the pandemic? You could definitely drop a comment.
Let us know in the comments.
Yeah,
I'm curious. Because the other thing that got me through the pandemic, I don't know if you know this, but Moa Smokes was born during the pandemic.
Oh, wow.
Yeah. So my whole account, my YouTube channel, my Instagram, everything started during the pandemic. April of 2020 is when Moa Smokes became a thing. And that's when I was like, all of my boys are hitting me up trying to figure out how to pack their bowls the way I used to pack their bowls. All of my boys are hitting me up like, how do they set up their shisha? What should they get? I was like, you know what? I'm going to make videos for my friends. And that's when I started doing the tutorials and the reviews. Oh, that's pretty. Oh, that's very pretty. I could do that.
Oh, that. It's like a dish of smoke. You couldn't just let me have anything? You couldn't? Oh, so, no, you're cheating. You're actually cheating. Can I do that? Is there a button?
No, it's just this one.
Yeah, it's just,
so anyways, yeah.
Here.
So Moa Smokes was born during the pandemic. I made these videos. I literally expected only my friends to watch them, and then a bunch of strangers watched them, and then more strangers watched them, and then they just kept watching them, and then I kept making more videos and making more content. Moa Smokes kind of got me through the pandemic. And what gave me the idea to do this in the first place was my mom.
Really?
Yeah, it's crazy. Not to create the account, but like, I had shoulder surgery at the end of 2019. Before my surgery, I was like, oh man, how am I gonna smoke if I can't pack my own bowl, if I can't use my right arm? My mom was staying with me at the time, and I kind of pulled her aside, and I was like, look, I'm going to teach you how to do something that's really important. This is how you can help me during my recovery. Mm-hmm. And she was like, okay, what is it? Because, she was like concerned. She was like, oh, what can I do? I was like, so this is how you pack a bowl. And she was like, what? And I taught my mom how to pack a bowl. And my mom packed one of the best bowls I've had that wasn't packed by me. Mm. And I was like, man, if I could teach my mother how to do this, I could teach anybody how to do this.
Wow.
So that's kind of where the idea came from.
Wow, that's crazy. That's crazy. See, so out of something so crazy as the pandemic, we got the birth of Moa Smokes. Interestingly enough, I started my gaming career the same way, and a lot of my ideas are sparked from Moa. We brainstorm all the time. I'm always picking his brain about the next thing to do as far as posting is concerned. I mean, he has a wealth of knowledge, and it's just crazy how we all just I guess, overcame in our own ways.
It brought out everyone's creative side.
Yeah.
It's
absolutely.
like everybody that's been suppressing their creative side because they have their 9 to 5 and that's what they're thinking about. And when they're not doing that, all they're thinking about is socializing with their friends, with their family. It's like, but I have this time where I'm not socializing anymore. So what is the differentiator for me as a person?
Yeah.
What can I, explore and share with the world? And you see that a lot, like TikTok. TikTok blew up during the pandemic because all these people were like, oh, I can kind of dance, or oh, I can make this interesting coffee, or oh, I can make pasta this way that no one's done before. And they were posting a TikTok and it blew up.
Absolutely. So, I mean, it's great that we figured out different avenues and ways to compensate for not going about our daily lives. Yeah.
I mean, we had the idea for this show. We were like, yo, we should do this show. We originally started the idea as a podcast. And I was like, no, we should add a visual element so people can see, so people can relate more to what we're doing and they can feel like they're hanging out with us.
Right.
And I took the idea that Cairo had and I added that like layer to it. And then we came up with the idea for this show where it's like, you pack a bowl, sit at home, smoke along with us and, listen to us talk and then talk back in the comments.
So this is another product of, I guess
it's another product of the pandemic.
Yeah.
Huh.
Wow.
Okay. Let's talk about what we're listening to. Because we both love music. Okay. What are you listening to these days?
My artist spotlight is my guy, Big X the Plug from Texas.
It's a strong name. Big
X the Plug. And when please say say his name right. And when you say plug, you gotta say plug. Okay, Big X the Plug.
You don't have to do that.
The plug.
You can say the plug.
Feels great. Okay. He's got this great song, Mr. Trouble. Okay, and I'm a big fan of hip hop with soulful riffs, and it takes me back to to 70s and 80s, 90s, whatever. Yes, I'm old, whatever. Moving on. Anyways, but he talks so greasy, so playalistic, and I just love the wordplay. I love down south rap. That's all I'm bumping in the gym. I can't stop bumping it. So when you get a chance, check out my man Big X the Plug, Mr. Trouble. You won't regret it.
We'll put that in the description.
What about you? What are you bumping? What's that song that you got on repeat? And I know you got something.
Bro, so there's this guy. His name is Saint Levant, and he's Palestinian, and he raps or sings or. It's funny because I've noticed that different songs have a different genre attached to them in Apple Music. So it'll say pop, or it'll say world or Arabic, or it'll say rap, or it'll say hip hop. And I think that's dope because I don't feel like artists should be boxed into one genre. The way that he does it, it's like very vibey, very mellow. He has this song, he has 2 songs that came out recently. The first song is called Alhamdulillah. And it starts with a snippet of Khabib. It's Khabib saying, Alhamdulillah, I know you guys don't like to hear this, but Alhamdulillah, I'm going to smash your boy. And you know exactly what I'm talking about. Before the Conor fight, he said that, and people were booing him for saying Alhamdulillah, and then he got louder and said it with his chest, and he smashed him.
Yeah, he smashed somebody's boy. Wait, time out.
The song starts with that snippet, and then it goes into the song itself, and there's another guy on the track. It's him and this guy named, I think it's Bayou, it's pronounced. The dude is kind of like from a similar background, and the cool thing about Saint Levant is his songs are in 3 languages. Like he'll do English, he'll do Arabic, and he'll do French. And it's so dope how he transitions between languages. Like he'll, like in the same sentence, you might hear all 3. But yeah, he has that song Alhamdulillah, or Alhamdulillah. And then they just came out with another song together called Maghrib. Both of these songs are so hard. I'll put the links in the description, but check them out.
So speaking of Saint Levant, I got a song with a wonderful songstress named Zayn, or Zayna. I'm assuming it's Zayna. Zayn is a dude. So Zayna, and it's called Belek. This is probably the most accurate depiction of Arabic R&B that I've ever heard. Am I lying?
I mean, it's melodic, it's hypnotic.
Yeah. It's so smooth, man. It's smooth. If you're ever going to the beach, I promise you, play this song and you feel the breeze in your hair. I know I do, and it just feels so in my hair, on my face, because it's just the breeze goes through the hair in my face, and just
feels like.
I feel it blowing in the wind this way. You
feel
me?
Yeah.
You just go with it, okay?
I'm gonna pretend.
So
I'm gonna use the power of imagination.
It's so dope. You got your significant other riding with you. I mean, you just look over there and you be like, yeah, you know what's up. You know what I mean? Hold on. You know what's up.
Can you not look at me like that?
Yeah.
Okay, all right. So yeah,
And then you do
we're
one of
gonna
these.
we're gonna put the link in the description, so you can check that song out too.
Yeah, so there you have it. I mean, you got, some dope artists. You got, what got us through the pandemic.
And you know how we feel about football versus football. So
Football's better.
I agree, football is better. Thank you for finally admitting.
it
Hey
is.
man,
Football is better.
Hold on, let me get that elbow.
Hold on.
Okay. Oh, you go with that. Oh, okay. All right.
This is the president. You got to
All
grab
right,
it.
chill. He's not president anymore.
Okay.
He might be again though. Feel free to let us know in the comments what got you through the pandemic, what music you're listening to, how you feel about football versus football. You'll never walk alone, all that good stuff.
Go Jets.
Did we cover everything?
Yeah.
So we'll see you in another 7 months?
Nah, come on. 6.
6 months?
6 months.
We'll see you in
We'll be
another
back.
6 months. Thank you for watching. We'll see you next time.
Peace.